He is the Tinfoil Chef, a man with a video love.
This person could have the queen. At least that's what they're repping with that huge raise. They have the queen. They own it. This one has a pair of aces, but that one's got the straight. Queen 3 offsuit. Kind of somewhat below a 50% probability hand to hit something. Not exactly loving it. Thinking about it, and I'll go ahead and call 40 just to see if I can see the flop without any additional raises. Because there's a reasonable chance of that queen or the 3 hitting something on the flop. And the queen would be better, of course. That's not quite hitting. I'll go 40 to see the turn here. But I'm not hitting, no, I'm not hitting anything, so I'm basically going to fold to any bet. This is not going to go anywhere. No, it's not going to go anywhere. And granted, I'll never know what that person's card's worth, but alright, 3-8, that's junk from the get-go. Checking on the status here, there's 45 people left still. Blinds are almost ready to go up to 25 and 50. Alright, 247 raise pre-flop. You're going to see a bunch of people folding here. That speaks of a certain amount of strength. One of the reasons that I generally don't raise too much pre-flop is if I have something like a pair of aces or something and I don't raise pre-flop, the reason would be is I want more people in the hand putting money in the pot and then get raising later on and so on. Okay, Jack, Queen, Deuce. And okay, we have all in for 896 here. He calls it, that one calls it. We have an ace deuce here. No, that one folded. Okay. Ace deuce, pair of deuces with an ace kicker. 6, 7, 8, 9. Missed a straight. And he won it, and that one is eliminated. Queen 9 on the big blind. Yeah. Alright. I don't think I want to go more than 80 to see the flop, but if there's no additional raise, I'll go ahead and call it to see the flop. Alright, here we go. One more. Okay. Queen 9 with a pair of deuces. I'll throw 40 out there. See if anybody decides to raise it. Okay, yeah, we're waiting and waiting. Two more, come on. We have a raise, so So somebody hit the 10s, or the 10 or the deuces, or maybe both. I'm going to dump it and wait and see what happens. But I got a feeling that this person hit the 10 or the deuce, or possibly both. Yeah, timeout. Now, I know this seems like a long time waiting for these folks to act, but it's really only about, what, 15, maybe 20 seconds tops. And I've seen plenty of real-world games where, I mean, like World Series of Poker main event games where people could take as much as 4 or 5 minutes to decide what they're going to do. And very seldom is anyone objecting to it, especially when there's a really big pot involved. Online poker, I think, is a great thing, but it makes for a lot of impatience when people go to a real table. And yeah, that all-in just nuked everybody else's interest in fighting for it. It's too bad. I wanted to know what that guy had. 8-10 offsuit on the small blind. Nope. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to put any more chips into that. With 3,800 chips, that's really not a whole heck of a lot. Queen 6 queen on the flop. We've got some good chance of somebody hitting something. Okay, what do you got, a queen? We'll never know. People don't very often show what they had when they fold. Alright, 5, 8 of hearts. No. This is bottom rags. Alright, looking here, we've got 38 people still left. And only the last 5 will get paid a entry into the semifinal. Hopefully, I'll be one of those. Since the early part of February, I have won several of these and gotten into the semifinal. Okay, we've got a pair of kings and jack king. There's queen 10, trip kings. All right. Kings full of queens, full house. Another all in is all out. Five, 4 offsuit goes away. We're down to 37 players. Blinds going up to 50 and 100 in 3 minutes. We must be down to 36 players because several spots got filled on a table. Yeah, we got down to 36 players. The way it works is 9 players to a table, and every time the number of players gets down to a multiple of 9, it apparently breaks up the table with the fewest players on them and distributes them to the other tables to fill in the empty seats. And this continues all the way down until the last table, when people eliminated just caused the spot to be removed from the table. And a large bet, trying to get the other one to fold out. Or if they've got something that can make a decent hand, they could be wanting them to call. Who knows? But I don't see anything other than a pair of sixes on the board. So there could be a flush in clubs if one of them has two clubs. They could be betting a pair of kings or king six or whatever, who knows. We have a fold and boom, that's it. Two jack? No. No, that is not going to cut it. Every time I've played a hand like that, with a bottom card on there like the deuce, I end up wishing that I hadn't. So I'm not going to do it. Mathematically speaking, a two jack, even a two jack suited, is a hand with a negative expected value. And it's not that I've done the math to compute the expected value. I've done like a lot of people have done. I've looked it up. I've looked up a chart of stuff like that, and that one's pretty low on the list. Okay. Everybody was satisfied to call 100 until somebody raised it to 150. And now we have to go back through and see who wants to play at that pace, at that rate, or fee, or whatever. Do be sure to let me know what you think about how this plays on YouTube, whether it is something that you'd like to see more of. If you do want to see more of it, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, something like that, and let me know that you'd like to see more of it. And if this kind of thing is sufficiently well received, I'll be more than happy to make more of it, because I spend a fair amount of time playing this anyway, as it is. I just have my doubts as to how well received it's going to be on YouTube, because it's not the kind of thing you can cut. You can't really make cuts in a poker game. Not really. Oh, I suppose I could cut out all of the boring non-hands and just highlight to the really good hands, but I don't think that would be a really fair representation of the game. I find myself amazed. I am amazed at myself when I'm sitting here waiting for somebody to act on a 15-second timer and getting impatient when they don't act within 15 seconds. It's ridiculous. Alright, King Deuce. That's about like a Jack Deuce. It's a little... I'm going to go ahead and try it. I may end up regretting that. King Deuce. It's offsuit. It's more something I would be more likely to play if I was on the button or on the big blind. See, there's been a raise. And that means another 176 chips if I want to continue in this hand.
Mr. TinFoilChef.